Hi guys, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. It's Gitta here. Um, just had my birthday and stars are lining up. All these, beautiful transits are happening. I was singing for like 2 days straight last week when the moon was transiting my natal moon. So that's what that was about, that impromptu cover. But I do want to do more of those. So if you liked it, that's really cool. Um, the reason I haven't been making a lot of tarot videos lately is because honestly, I enjoy watching tarot, but I feel like it's boring for me to get up here and talk about or show you the same decks that you already have. You know what I mean? Or the same decks that everybody has and everybody's talking about. So I try to really show on my channel like interesting decks, different decks that are like lesser, not as often talked about, which is why I was excited about this tag from Candy Soul and Soil. I watched her video the other day. Was awesome. The Cabinet of Curiosities Tarot, and also I watched just now Rose Honey Rituals VR, and I was like super excited because yeah, it made me want to join in this tag because I think I do have some odd and quirky decks that, that would belong in a Cabinet of Curiosity. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. I'm going to try and set the vibe a little bit. How's that? Okay, I feel like these crystals are not doing anything. They're not doing anything. All right, lighter. There you are. Okay. Let's have a great video. So, first deck I'm going to show you guys. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you will have already seen these. These are the empowerment playing cards. Why is it like it's so... Oh, that's how we do it. Okay, zoom out a little bit. These are the empowerment playing cards. It looks like so basically I found this on my mom's bookshelf. You know, she is very much like a person that just has all sorts of odd and interesting knickknacks on her bookshelf and in her closets, which I had fun perusing as a kid. I found this and I was like, this is just when I was starting to get into divination. And I was like, these look like something I could use. And I don't think she ever really used them. It looked like she even tried to sell them at one point in time. I don't know. I think maybe she kind of for sale at her yoga center or something. Anyway, like the artwork. It's a very... I've described this deck before as like like an auntie deck, like a godmother type of voice. It is a little Christian in flavor. I think it was created by a preacher, but the artwork is fun, and I love oracle cards with keywords and with like messages on the back. So yeah, this is one that I don't keep out with the rest of my decks. I definitely tuck it off with more of like I would call like my sentimental or like oddball decks. So that is the those are the empowerment cards by Tavis Smiley. Another deck that I've had for a really long time. I keep it in this box, which I made. And Candy shows these cards all the time. This is the, oh, these are the moon cards. What is it? The Moon Oracle by Carolyn Astrop. Oh, shit, the cards. See, it's dangerous keeping cards in Bermuda out of boxes because I've noticed that the humidity makes them do weird things. See, look, it's got like a little bow in it. But anyway, I really hardly ever use these cards. I've never done the spreads that come in the book. I mostly just use these as altar cards in the past, like reflecting on the phase of the moon and what it's doing and whatnot. But I really just love the artwork, which is why I've always kept these. And so, yeah, it's more just like a sentimental sort of thing for me, rather than something I find really practical or useful. I keep it because it's really unique and unique to my collection of divination decks. So that is the Moon Oracle by Carolyn Smith and John Astrop, or maybe it's the other way around, Carolyn Astrop and John Smith. I don't know. Put it back in this little box. The next card deck I'm going to show you, I got these in a trade. I would have never probably bought these on my own, but because I got it in a trade, I actually traded, I had the Gentle Oracle, the Gentle Tarot, and it was just too gentle for me, and I traded it with somebody for this, so I actually got some money for the Gentle Tarot, plus this free deck, which I thought was really cool because I'm obsessed with mermaids. And what I really like about this deck, this is called the Mermaid Type Tarot, the Party Edition, created by Forever Bird, Mitra Sine Forever Bird. She has a YouTube channel actually, and it's actually pretty cool. I like the way she reads. She does like general readings for people, and I quite enjoy the way she reads. And she uses this deck a lot if you want to see it more. But it's a really, really interesting mermaid deck created using like mixed art that she had already created and photographed, and then like this interesting typography that she created based on mermaids. And I love it because I love mermaids. I love mermaid decks, and I find that a lot of mermaid decks really they just don't show mermaids how I see them. And this is a little more in line, like this feels a little more, her pictures of mermaids feel a little more ancient, a little more like Sumerian, I want to say. I don't know, a little more Pacific Island. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but I enjoy it. I enjoy this deck. I don't use it often, but I definitely enjoy pulling it out and using it. It is, you have to watch her videos because she talks about how tarot is supposed to be like this tool for like sort of like free association, and that's why she has created her images to be really abstract, because she wants, you know, it's about like almost like scrying into the abyss to find meaning. And so that's why she has these really sort of it seems like random pictures. It speaks to her reading style and her philosophy of tarot and how it should be and how you should read. So it's pretty cool. I like this Strength card, and I really like the Empress card, of course. Let me show you. That's obviously why I got the deck. I just love the colors. It's really fun. So, and these are the backs. Yeah, so this was definitely a really cool find. Definitely a quirky little oddball deck that belongs in a cabinet of curiosities. Oh, this is kind of difficult to put in the box. Okay. Next deck in the similar vein is Tarot of Atlantis. This is a unicorn deck for me that I managed to find on eBay and get at a really reasonable price. I made an offer to the seller and managed to buy it for a lot cheaper than what they were selling it for. And oh my God, it's beautiful. It's amazing. I love this art style, and I just really love ocean themed decks. When it comes to ocean themed decks, I'll get pretty much anything. That is really I feel like when it comes to collecting tarot, that's the only thing I'm really interested in collecting, like ocean themed decks. So anyway, this deck is really, really fucking cool. Low Scarabeo deck. Let me show you a couple cards which I really love. Oh, this deck is just so cool. It's so beautiful. I love this Empress card. Amazing. The Hermit card is really fucking dope too. Look at this Tower card. The Tidal Wave. Oh my God. And I've recently made peace with the fact that I believe that I am, yes, I'm an Atlantean. I'm a descendant of Atlantis. And I know it sounds crazy. I love this hangman too. He's so cool with all of his little beach wares and stuff that he's selling. Oh my God, so dope. So people have been telling me that I'm from Atlantis my whole life, and people have been telling me that Bermuda is like the lost, like is remnants of the lost city of Atlantis. And I always thought it sounded kind of crazy. And my mom had told me this quite a few times as well. And that people, when she was like overseas, like in the yoga community in her 20s and stuff, and having her 20s and 30s and having her spiritual sort of experiences and what is it, like spiritual awakening, like I'm kind of having now, or have been. So she would meet people and they'd be like, oh, Bermuda's from it, Bermuda's Atlantis, it's the lost city of Atlantis, that's where the Bermudian people are from. And so I've been doing some it's not just Bermudians, right? So it's the people of Atlantis have spread and descended, but I've have spread out and gone to a few different places. But I've been doing some research, and yeah, I believe it. I believe it. And I'll talk more about that in another video, guys, if you want to hear me talk more about that. But that's why I feel so connected to this deck and really excited to learn it more. And it's, yeah, I would consider any deck in my curiosity cabinet to be more of like a relic, more of a study piece rather than something that I'm, like just a regular old everyday deck. So Tarot of Atlantis, really cool Low Scarabeo deck. Another deck that I have, I'll just get all the mermaid decks out of the way. This is the Tarotyrene. I also got this in a trade. I had the Star Seeker Tarot, and I also got rid of it because I thought I liked really gentle decks, but I realized I didn't need so many, and that I don't like gentle decks that water down the devil card or the dark cards too much. So Star Seeker Tarot was just a little too like lavender vanilla ice cream for me, so I traded it for this deck because I didn't have a Marseille, and if I'm gonna have a Marseille, it might as well have mermaids, right? So I've had this for, I want to say, about a year now. I barely work with it. It's more so something that I bought just to have, like, so if I ever did want to get out a Marseille deck and play with it, like I would have it. It's to be a part of my, it's definitely more of a collector's item. It's more of a unique item to add to my collection, not something I necessarily bought with the intention of being super practical and getting a whole lot of readings out of. But what I liked about this deck and why I wanted it is that it's got this like nice old-fashioned art style, hand-drawn art, which I really like. And then, you know, there are some, the mermaids, you've got a diverse, you've got diversity in the mermaids depicted. So that's obviously a plus, you know, because there are 7 seas, guys. And the sea, you know, there are seas in all over. So there's definitely going to be mermaids of all different colors and races. Let's go through. I love this Pope. I love this High Priestess. This is definitely like a curiosity cabinet deck, I think. It just looks cool and old and interesting. And it's something I knew I needed to have for, you know, for my kids when they get older. I can't, this is gonna sound grim, but not that I can't wait, but I like this idea I have of when I pass on, somebody like exploring all my shit and being like, wow, like she was into some weird shit. You know what I mean? I think that I think that's cool. That's the legacy I want to leave behind. He's hot. Okay, that is the Mermaid Tarotyrene. Ooh, let me hurry up because this is long. I don't know that these are 10 decks. It's probably a little more than 10 decks, but it's about that. Okay, another one I have is this Pocket Full of Goddess Blessing Oracle. I'm not really into goddess decks. I've never really felt like I have wanted one. I haven't found the right one. But then somehow along the way, searching for one, I was like, you know what? I haven't found the right one because I don't need one. Because that's not something I really use in my I really use in my practice like that, like connecting, like they feel the need to connect with like a whole variety of goddesses. I have like my specific goddesses who I work with, and you know, who have called to me to understand them more and whatever. But I like this little deck because I enjoy the artwork of this artist. And this is an artist who she created some goddess tarot. I can't remember what it's called, but her name's Sage Holloway and somebody else. They created this goddess tarot, which you probably know of. And I don't have that one, but I like the artwork. And I just thought this was a cute little pocket full. It's literally a mini deck. I love mini decks. It's called a Pocket Full of Blessings. And so, you know, you can use these as an oracle or not. And I use these on I have one with Isis, and it's on display. Like I have a little mini shrine I created for her on my dresser. So that's kind of how I'll use these, like for altar. But you know, sometimes I will shuffle and just pull one. And yeah, so it's a quirky little unusual, sorry I keep knocking this thing, quirky little unusual little deck for Curiosity Cabinet. Another deck here are playing cards, Ecliptic Zodiac playing cards. I got this from Dead on Paper. Had these for a while too. And I got them to learn how to do cartomancy. And I just like that they had like zodiac associations, which I felt like worked, like King of Spades is Aquarius, a King of Swords. That seemed to work. So I thought this could be a fun deck to learn that with. And I haven't done much study of cartomancy, but it's not even a big deal. I'm just happy to have this in my collection. And I think they'd be cool to even play with, like if we were playing Crazy Eights or something one day, you know? So yeah. Oh, and I like how they look, like very vintagey and stuff. And very like fortune tellery. It's all about the aesthetic. This curiosity cabinet is all about the aesthetic in it. Another one, Meg mentioned this one, and so I had to show it. And this is the second time I've owned this deck. I had the original one in the sepia colored, which is this color here. And that's one thing I don't understand. I don't understand why he chose this sepia color for the back, but the front is blue. So I went back I rehomed my first edition, and then I missed it, and I repurchased this one because I really wanted the blue color, and I really enjoy this deck. It's definitely a curiosity cabinet deck. I enjoy taking it out and looking through the pictures. I enjoy using this deck around Halloween, or just every now and again when this deck has a lot of character and a really tricky voice. So so I don't like to fuck around with this deck, but I do enjoy entertaining it every now and again. And it's really cool. I really enjoy this wood block type of etching thing. I've got a few decks like that, and I used to have the Spirit Keepers tarot, the first and the second edition. I feel like those are definitely curiosity cabinet decks too, in terms of the look of them. The first and second edition, not so much the third, I wouldn't say, but I don't know. I moved them on. They weren't for me. I feel like Annabelle Wen's genius is lost on me because it was just too much information in the pictures for me to digest. Hey, what's up? Hi. I'm making a video right now. You can come in, but you just have to be quiet. I'm almost done. All right, you can come back in like half an hour. It's my son. Okay, another deck, the La Flora Tarot. This is La Flora Tarot. I backed this deck on Kickstarter last year. Took forever to come. Like, oh my God. And the woman would send these long ass email updates, like 2,000 words. Like, nobody needs, nobody needs to know all that. Just let me know when the deck is coming. Oh my gosh, that took forever. So since I got the deck, because it took so long to get here, I've just haven't even used it because I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm like, I don't want to say I've lost interest, but I kind of lost interest. But it is cool, so I'm going to hang on to it. This is a deck I have contemplated giving to my aunt because my aunt is very much like, this is her aesthetic. Like, she goes to house sales, she comes back with silver candle holders and fancy little scissors, sewing scissors with gooseneck handles, and just weird little quirky things, and vintage antique things. She loves that Victorian style, and she loves gardening. She's a Virgo. She wears a lot of white, a lot of silver, very classical woman. I know she would love this. So if I don't give it to her, I may buy her one for her birthday. Not a huge fan of this. I do like this art style. It's very elegant. It's very much colonial, upper middle class colonial country house in, it feels like country house in the islands somewhere. But so I like that it's got a mix of exotic flora and flora you would find in less exotic parts of the world, which I appreciate because I find that a lot of botanical decks are, yeah, they don't have flowers from where I live, or plants from where I live. But this one has a very cool mix. The creator is of Brazilian nationality. She's from Brazil. She's Brazilian background. I think she's living in Canada. But yeah, it's definitely a cool deck. Curious looking for sure. And yeah, this looks like a deck that belongs to like a perfumery, in my opinion. Perfume house. What is this cat doing? Oh gosh, my house is full of animals. It stinks so bad. Okay, last deck. Yes, this is the last deck. I saved one of the best and the newest addition to my collection for last. This is a deck I found on eBay. It's a Ukrainian deck by a Ukraine artist. I feel so fortunate to have it, considering everything that's going on in Ukraine. The artist, or the publishing company, is Dark Cinema. You guys may know them. They've published a few decks. And this one, it just looks so fucking cool. I had to get it. I am interested in learning more about Santa Muerte. I don't know too much, but I am really interested and do connect with the whole idea of like death is important to me. I'm a Taurus, so you know, obviously, my counter side is Scorpio, so I do have an affinity for death, and this deck is fucking wicked. It is so cool. The artwork is so cool. And the minors, the majors are all right. The majors are cool. A lot of them feel very similar, but it's the minors and the court cards that make this deck like I think really, really wicked. So crystals are, what are crystals? Crystals are swords. Dream catchers are pentacles. Potions are cups. I love it. The art style is so wicked, and it just, yeah, it really looks like something that belongs in a curiosity cabinet. Look at this Hierophant, guys. This deck is wicked. Yeah. So it's the last one I want to show you. So maybe I'll talk about this deck in another video and show you more cards, because I did want to talk about it more another time. I don't want to spill all the beans on this deck, because I feel like it deserves a whole video walkthrough, whatever. But yeah. I definitely wanted to add that to the mix. So these are my curiosity decks. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment down below if you made it to the end. And I'll see you next time. Bye.